Okay, so the story with this resurfacer, the reason I have it is because about 2 weeks ago, Family Video, I found out they were closing down, and that was the only place left here in Ohio that I could still go and get my discs resurfaced. So I figured I'd go there and see if they were selling them, and they were. And this model, the Venmill Hybrid 2.0, is worth, for a new one, is around $2,000. So the $400 price tag they had on it was not too bad. Um, so I'm going to be taking these games that I got from random thrift stores and seeing if I can clean them up. They are actually pretty scratchy. They're not just, already okay looking. I will show you that in a second. Okay, so I got it all set up now. First of all, I'm going to show you what Silent Hill looks like. It's pretty bad. Can't really complain though, because I got it for $1 from a resale shop. I'm supposed to spray this first, she said. The lady didn't seem to know anything about it, and I asked her how much she wanted, and she said $1. And I felt kind of bad, but what are you gonna do? These other games I got pretty good discounts from resale shops also. 25 for Parasite Eve, 25 for t.r.a.g, and 50 for Einhander. And Einhander is a $150 game, so they're pretty scratched up though. So we'll see what we can do with those. Okay. Now the streaks are the chemical, so that will wipe right off. So that looks pretty good. 30 seconds, and I'll wipe that off later. I guess this machine goes up to 4 minutes if you want to polish it more. I don't know if there's a reason for the big difference. There's one spot on here that's real bad, right there on the side. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a reason for there being such a big difference between the 30 seconds or 4 minutes. She didn't really explain that to me when I bought it. She really didn't explain anything to me. I said, is there anything else I need to know? She said, no, you should be fine. So I had to look up a YouTube tutorial about how to even work it. I didn't even know how to open it when I got home. I had to call her, and she said, plug it in, and it opens on its own. Well, that made me feel like an idiot a little bit, but there's no open button, so let's see what we got with this. Oh, there was the spot right there in the top corner. That still looks kind of bad. Let's try another 30 seconds maybe. Doesn't look great. Yeah, maybe I'll just try the minute. Set it for a minute. Yeah, the reason I went ahead and bought it is because I actually have a pretty big collection of games. I have about 600 games. I've been collecting for about 7 years now, so I figured if there's nowhere else to buy to get your discs resurfaced, I might as well just buy it myself. I'd see that as a investment. Oh, that reminds me. For PlayStation 2 games, she told me this one specifically does Blu-ray. It says right there, the second button. And she said, well, the blue discs for PlayStation 2, you have to have this specific machine for that. And I looked it up, and it's not true. They're not considered Blu-ray. They're just regular discs. They're not considered Blu-ray. It's still there a little bit. It's better, but I'll mess with that one later. Surprisingly not that great on that one. Okay. There's t.r.a.g. Looks pretty bad again. Set this back to 30 seconds instead of 1. Okay. So, yeah, I have about 35 consoles, different consoles, and 600 games for different systems, lots of different systems. I plan on doing more videos. I'd like to showcase more Japanese games that can be played even if you can't speak the language. That's what I'd really like to do. I think that would be a lot funner. It's content that's not as easy to find on YouTube. Yep, that looks good. Again, it's the chemical that is leaving the streaks, so that looks really good. That's good. Okay, einhander. This is the one I was a little nervous about because it is pretty bad. Wow, it's the worst one, obviously. So, we're going to see what we can do with that. I may have to set it back to a minute again. We'll just try 30 seconds and we'll see. Because it is a lot of surface scratches, so it might be okay. But yeah, I plan on making videos showcasing more Japanese games because there's a lot of them you can play. And you don't have to know the language at all. You can just play them as is. I'd like to do PlayStation 1, 2, and Sega Saturn games. I think that would be probably the best ones to do. Stay tuned for that as soon as I get a chance. Alright, let's see what we got. That is much better. There's some spots on the edges. I'll do another 30 seconds. See if we can get it a little better. Okay. I know this video is only going to get like 5 views maybe, but if anyone has any questions for me about my collection or about the resurfacer or anything I could tell you, just feel free to leave a comment. Oh, and my other videos, I know they're kind of goofy, but I kind of wanted to leave them anyway because it shows more of my personality. I think that's better to have on your channel so people can see who you really are. Okay. The edges are a little bad still. Not too bad, I guess. Just a tiny bit. Okay. 30 more seconds, and I think it'll be done. Alright. I'd also like to have a video where I showcase some rare games that aren't necessarily expensive, because there's a big distinction between the two. There's rare expensive, and then there's just rare. And I have some of those, and I'd like to talk about that. And see people's opinions on that. I'd really like to know that. What they would consider rare, or just, I don't know. I mean, I consider it, if I can't find it somewhere, if I can't find it on Amazon or eBay or anywhere, really, then I consider it rare. That is pretty good. I'm happy with that, since I only paid $50 for it. Okay, well, thanks for watching. See ya.